Hello everybody, how you been? I'm here to bring you another Beastwars review. Today I'm bringing you Beastwars Mega Class Transquito. And like Inferno, he is pretty good size. Not a bad likeness for what he is intending to be here. He is meant to be a mosquito. Look at those legs, very natural looking in my view. Nice antennae too, their own ball joints. And look at that. You can do a lot just by painting compound eyes black. That looks good. And some of you might know that real mosquitoes, only female mosquitoes actually have this stylet that they use to suck blood. So if you don't like that, you can take this out. I mean, it is just a missile. It fires the other way. But I mean, if you were to take this out, you'd get I guess a male. So I guess in order to do the mosquito thing, Transquito needs to be female. I had the Japanese recolor of this, known as Big Moss, or just Big Moss, but he crumbled to pieces because in a lot of areas on this figure, in the Japanese release, they used this weird teal plastic, specifically here, in this purple area here that connects all these ball joints, and here, and I think it was on the head as well here, were this garish teal color, but the stuff reacts or behaves just like gold plastic. It just crumbles in your hands. It disintegrated almost as soon as I got it. Really disappointing. And oddly enough, if you look, this looks a lot like gold plastic, but I haven't had any problems with this. It's fine. There hasn't been any issue. Now watch, it'll break now that I've said that. But yeah, I haven't had any problems with it. Very strange that this one would be the one that holds up, and the one that doesn't have anything resembling gold plastic is the one that disintegrates. Usually the Japanese releases are pretty good. But Big Moss just died. Interesting colors here. If you look under here, you can see this red coloration. So they've clearly implied that he is fed with this color pattern. And look at the wings. Look at that. If you look at these wings, they've got this vein that runs through it. Implied to have blood running through it or something. Creepy, but interesting. And you've got this thing up here that does this. If you pull this around, it creates this flapping motion. So you can sort of, it's a nice play feature. You can flap his wings, and they can bend up on this hinge. They can bend up on this hinge and bend down. I'm not really going to try and do that because these are transparent plastic and I don't want to be too rough with it, but they do that. Quite nice. You can see his hands in this robot mode, or in this beast mode. You can see his robot mode hands there. I think it's forgivable, given the era this came from. They're rather nice hands. It's just a little bit weird seeing them there. But these legs, man, look at that. These are nice. These are nice legs. They look kind of realistic for a Transformer, I think. Very convincing for a mosquito Transformer. Now, to transform him into robot mode, and I say robot mode because he's got another mode. Yeah, this guy is a triple changer. Yeah, there were only 2 of them to come out. This guy and Baboom, the oddly named Maximal, who isn't actually a baboon at all. He is a mandrill. In Japan, his name is Apache. He never really did get around to having a proper name. Anyway, Apache does sound better. Anyway, to transform this guy, I'll get started. You can see these sections here are pegged in right there and right there. So I'll just unpeg them right now and bend these out. There we go. And the abdomen splits apart, sort of clamshells out, like that. And you see this screw is on this side. To get it correct, you just you flip it around, and now you've got these interesting feet. Yeah, he's got kind of a wide stance, large feet, and not quite done. So up here, his mosquito head flips open like that, and his head is spring-loaded, so it flipped up, and we will bring down the mosquito head bits, and very, very carefully bend these antennae upwards, because they're made of a very thin plastic, and I don't know how long they'll hold up. There we go. And I will bend the insect, the pieces that have the insect legs up, like this, so they are facing upwards, and bend them like so. I'll try to have them bent a bit forward, like that. That's kind of an interesting look. And then over here, the same thing. There we go. Boom. Transquito. Look at that. Look at that silhouette. Look at that. That's pretty neat. Very, very threatening. And there's of course, let's get a close up of his head here. That's definitely one of those more bestial faces. Another one of those predator-like faces, like that of Tonbot, and his American release Jetstorm. And you can see he's got that missile that was the Stylet or Proboscis, which you can launch with this trigger up here, and it comes out. So now he's just left with this, and his wings, you can fold them up, but you can fold them up like that because they're on that mechanism. But yeah, they still, the gimmick still works, but you know, they're really meant just to be draped down while he's in this form. He stands quite nicely because of those large feet, I must say. His articulation is quite good. He does not have a waist like pretty much everything I've reviewed so far. His head does move. You can see his head bends down a bit, and you can tilt his head to side, and we'll use his missile as a pointer. He's got ball-jointed shoulders, and he's got a bicep swivel here, and another one. You know, they're the same, but he's also got a hinge at the elbow, no hinge or anything at the hands. That's fine though. I mean, and his hands are posed are here. Let me show you them. They're actually quite good. They're sculpted nicely in this open position. You can't really hold anything, but they're sculpted nicely. Sort of in a Masters of the Universe kind of a posture. Yeah. And he's, of course, got hinges at the waist that go outwards. Go outwards like this. He's got kind of a full spread like that. He can spread all the way, do the splits. And it also goes, he can also kick up like that. Kick pretty far. And you can do the same thing the other way. And he's got a thigh swivel. So this guy's posability is a bit more sophisticated than some of the others I've been showing you. Waspinator, I did neglect to mention, he does have swivels like that on his... he has the same kind of swivels up here at the bicep. He does have that. So there you go. Transquito in robot mode. But I told you before, he is a triple changer and can assume another form. Now this other form, people have been calling it the antlion form, and I'm not really seeing it. To me, it's just some sort of mechanical, creature that he can turn into. Let's see if I can get him into that form right now. Bend that up. And you slide that down. And there's the rub sign right there. And on Big Moss it would be Maximal, but this is Transquito, so it is Predacon. And let's try and get this guy into that unusual form. There we go. I'll just bend these forward as if I'm going into mosquito form and transform him, well, transform his legs back into the configuration that they would be while he is in mosquito mode. Sorry, I'm not really doing a very good job of showing you that. I'll just peg that. Yeah. Peg that in again. And... oh, sorry, I keep going off camera. There we go. And I'll just pose these, however, at the moment. Yeah, I'll just leave them like that. And I will put the missile back in here. Just 'cause, you know, why not? There, load it up. And now that he's in this form, I think this is it. This is how it goes. He's using these legs right here as some sort of he's using them as legs again. Very unusual. There. Boom. This is really weird, isn't it? But now, this is where it gets kind of interesting. The wings jackknife out to create this. And I can see why people are calling it the antlion form. It's because of this. And he's got, I guess, this thing that's sticking out now. Just all kinds of bizarre. I don't know if if I'm even doing this properly. I really don't know if I'm doing this form properly. But this is some kind of weird hodgepodge, I don't know, some kind of weird creature that has a big jackknife weapon. It's got eyes, so it's something. How does it look though? I mean, it's kind of an unusual arrangement of parts. It's pretty abstract. That's all I can say about it. It's very abstract. It doesn't really look like anything in this form. I think Baboom's is a bit more cohesive. Anyway, I guess that's it for this form. I guess that's it for that. And I will transform this back into mosquito mode. Anyway, there we go. He's back in mosquito form. All in all, I don't think he's a terrible figure. I quite enjoy him. He's got very creepily realistic legs. Anyway, rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what your thoughts are on this. Did I transform his third mode correctly? I can't tell. It's very abstract. Anyway, share your thoughts, and I'll be off.